In this video series, I hope to discuss with you the concept of digitalization, why it is hard, and what capabilities you would benefit from building in order to be successful in your digital transformation. Why is digitalization such a big topic? Well, the fact of the fundamental truth around digitalization is that it is hard. It is hard because the transition from a transactional, traditional business to a digitalized business is so difficult because everything needs to change at the same time. It isn't just that you can come up with a new product. This product also needs to be sold. It needs to often has a different business model. It requires different forms of support. It requires different ways of working because often you adopt DevOps. And because everything needs to change at the same time, this often causes a deadlock in the organization because not everyone can change at exactly the same time. That's simply how human organizations work. The second reason why digitalization is hard is because digitalization requires changes to the way that we're organized, and organizations and companies are intentionally structured to resist change. And they are very resilient and can maintain their structure no matter what happens to them for a long time. And then finally, the traditional companies are typically organized in rather functional fashions where things are handed over between the different functions, and that really does not match with the needs of a digital business. Because there you often need cross-functional teams that together are collaborating around innovating and learning about what would be the best digital offering to bring to customers. In order to be successful with digitalization, I believe that it is important to realize what the essence of digitalization actually entails. Many people think about it as being a bit of a technical challenge, but in my view, it actually is a business transformation, the transformation from a transactional business model where you sell a product, the product is used for a number of years, it deteriorates over time, and then I buy the next version of the product, to a situation that from the day I get the product, it is getting better every day I use it. And how does it get better? Well, it gets new software updates, hence DevOps. This may include AI models. I can periodically upgrade the electronics in my product, and I may even decide to occasionally replace the mechanics in the product. But the idea is I have a fully digital offering that simply evolves over time and gets better every day the customer needs it. In order to be successful, in my view, there are 8 capability areas to build. These areas are around business, architecture, process, organization, the way we innovate together with users, the way we innovate around technology, automation, and the way we engage with our business ecosystem. Those are 8 capability areas that I believe companies need to build in order to be successful in their digital transformation. Now, in this video, I will not go through all of these in detail. That will happen in future videos. But just to give you a taste for some of the future things, if you look at business, there are, in my view, 3 areas that are quite important to get better at. One is the business model. The second is around sales. And these two are tightly interconnected because the business model, when digitalizing, often transitions from being a transactional model to more of a continuous model where I, through usage or subscription or performance-based models, monetize what I'm offering to the customer, and the sales organization needs to be adjusted quite significantly in order to be able to sell that new business model. And of course, customer support needs to evolve as well because we are constantly pushing out new versions of our software, and those need to be supported by customer support as well. Another area, just to give you a taste, is around architecture. When we adopt DevOps, we typically need to adopt some form of superset platform where all our products are derived from one platform through configuration. We can no longer afford to customize products or customer-specific versions through customization because the cost of that in a DevOps context are simply way too high. Also, modularization is much more important in this context. We cannot have systems that are highly interdependent on all dimensions. We really need to be much more careful with modularization. And then finally, there is the notion of instrumentation. We want to have data coming back from the field to know how our systems are doing. So the architecture dimension is important as well. In future videos, we will go in business and architecture and the other areas, capability areas in much more detail. But in this video, it is mostly to set the scene and give you a bit of a taste what future videos will look like. So to conclude, digitalization is hard because of all the interdependencies in the organization. In order to be successful, in my view, there are 8 capability areas that we need to focus on. And in future videos, the intention is that we go deeper into each of these capabilities. And with that, I would like to thank you, and please check out the Software Center website or my personal website, and feel free to reach out if there's anything there you wonder about, or if you want to have a discussion about any of these topics. And with that, thank you very much for listening.